Excuse me, Leslie, you started with me. Your first statement was, are you ready for tough questions? That's no way to talk. No way to talk.
Leslie, one second. This is the first warning. I think we have 5 minutes until we have the vice president step in. Is that about right?
Well, I think we have enough. We have enough of
Yeah, I think
it.
we're ready for the vice president now.
I think we have enough of an interview here. Okay, that's enough. Let's go.
That's good. I couldn't think of a super clever intro. But Trump head on a baby body is still amazing to me. Hitting the table, like the timing of it is perfect. Just perfect, man. Welcome to not just another episode of Pol-I-Tics, episode 29, by the way, but the last episode before the election, of course. Yeah, Erica, that is the White House version of the 60-minute interview. But yeah, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Him complaining and crying because he getting asked tough questions. That's not nice of you. That's not nice. The first thing you said to me was, "Are you ready for the tough questions?" That's not good. So anyway, just want to jump on for a minute. I've just been thinking about the world, I guess, and so many there's just so much stuff going on that all like relates to politics. And in this show we've covered clearly American politics. We've covered changes that should be implemented. We covered some world issues. There's just so much stuff going on that revolves around politics. So I was thinking, like I used to think of like how people could be just like one issue voters. So whether it's Second Amendment rights or like abortions or whatever, like the fact that people could be like so locked in on one issue, I never really understood it. But the more that I just think about how much stuff is going on in the world that that just all kind of can come back to politics, I get it. Like I kind of understand how people can be one issue voters now. I don't love it, but I can understand it, man, because it's just too much. It's too much. Like, do you focus on like immigration and what Joe Biden going to do versus what Trump going to do as far as that, or like do you like take a little bit of everything, what I'm saying, and try to make that add up to like who you feel like is the best candidate? In this election, is it just anybody but Trump? Like, that's a terrible way to vote, but I don't know. So my question to you guys is, what would be your one issue? Like, if you could only base your vote off of one issue, what would be your one issue? Because I don't know. Would it be like like black progression, like Ice Cube? Like he said he a one issue voter, and he voting for whoever is going to help implement his plan, or what he see is best for black people. Some people focus on, like I said, abortions and women's rights. Some people focus in on like just whatever the immigration plan is. But it's just so much stuff going on. So I can kind of see how people just lock on to whatever the one strongest issue is. And they're like, no matter what, I'm riding with this, no matter who the person is, or, right or wrong, or no matter the other policies or whatever. it's kind of bad to ignore that, but there's so much stuff going on that it's kind of easy just to lock in, and then you only can worry about your issue. Erica said, I'm focused on medical and justice reform. Those are huge. I think this election is going to be, this election should be a no-brainer when it comes to everything except for, let's say, abortions or whatever, because Trump is allegedly against abortions. So if you feel like Joe Biden won't, that he want cover you, like if that's your issue, you feel like Joe Biden can't cover you on that, then fine. But literally everything else, I don't know how you can vote for Trump, whatever else is your one issue, whether it's healthcare, whether it's justice reform, whether it's immigration, public safety. Like, I don't know how you vote for Trump under any issue except for like women's rights or women's right to choose or whatever. But yeah, Eric, I'm with you. Medical and justice reform. What would be my one issue? I don't know. I kind of think the Black progression focus would probably be my thing, which would accompany, criminal justice reform for sure. I think there is a plan or something about like having hospitals, closer to the inner city or more focused towards like Black issues, Black health issues, like specializing in certain stuff like that. That's the only thing I could really see me like locking into like super heavy. And it sucks because there's so much other stuff out there to worry about. It really is. Erica said that comes with his cabinet conservatives. I can't believe abortion is still on the ballot. That's a personal choice. I agree with you. I don't know how many times a woman's right to choose could be held up, like so many times, for it still to be like an issue, for it still to be like a thing that people are actively. Don't get me wrong. I went to church my entire life. I understand the church's point of view, and I understand all of that stuff, right? I don't remember the Bible saying nothing about abortion. I could be wrong. Maybe I missed that chapter specifically about abortions or getting rid of babies or anything like that. But at the end of the day, it is a choice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's a great choice. I'm not saying I'm pro. I'm not saying I'm against. I'm saying that stuff happens, and for a woman to be able to make that choice, and a man sometimes, because that's another story. That's another conversation we could have about a man's right to an abortion. That makes sense. It sounds weird, but we'll talk about that another time. But yeah, like I agree. Like, I can't believe that it's still something that is on the table as far as something I will or won't vote for, or like this is my linchpin is how a candidate feels about a woman's right to choose. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't understand how it is, but somehow it is. That Roe versus Wade court case that happened 1,000 years ago still comes up as something that could be overturned, even though it's been held up multiple times in court. I just don't get it. Hold on one second. Um, yeah, so you get some people that, like I said, their single issue could be like the environment, which is not bad. Like, so like none of these single issue things are inherently bad. It's just so tough to focus in on one issue, like when there's so much stuff going on. Like in the world, like I mean, just think about your day to day, right? Like how much stuff you see on your social media feed. So you see black people getting killed by police officers. You see um, what else? You got stuff going on in my voice sound funny, like all of a sudden, or was it always like this? Was it always like this, or let's see. How is that? Is that the same, or did it go back, or what? Uh, did that fix it or no? Hmm. Just let me know that I fix it. Well, if it's the same, then I know what to do. Um, but yeah, so there's just so many, like I said, single issue, uh, single things that you can vote on. But it's just so much stuff going on. There's just so much stuff going on that it's just tough to do. Uh, like I said, so we covered so much stuff on the show, and like that stuff still goes on, and then every week or something, it's just always adding something else. Like, so do you worry about like world issues, like what's going on in not like Nigeria, or do you focus on like what's affecting you, like in your community? So like police violence or healthcare and all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just it's so tough to lock in, but there's also so much stuff going on. Andrew, I know you said you just joined us, so or just started listening. What if you had to vote on a single issue for this year's election, like what would your thing be? And Erica cheated; she picked two things, but I'll allow it. She said focus. She said she's focused on medical and justice reform. Uh, Erica said women issues is still been on the ballot as sexist. For instance, depending on your health insurance, women get charged to take pregnancy tests at the doctors, and every time I go, I'm peeing in a cup. Pads cost money, birth control costs money. Men don't worry about these things. Yeah, you know what? That's exactly what it is. The same reason why women pay more, like why women's pink razors cost more than a male's blue razor. It's all the same because the country, politics, most companies in the country is ran by males. Like, so they don't think about the cost of the stuff. They think about we can upsell because it's women. Like it's stuff that they need. Like why like period stuff or whatever is not like first off cheap or free or whatever. like it's something that's not needed, like it's a choice. That's what I don't understand. Like the fact that women have to pay for these things are kind of absurd to me. Um, I don't understand it. And I will be the first to admit I'm a guy and I don't understand everything, but I understand that stuff that is not a choice should be protected. Just like Erica, you talking about medical and uh, uh, what can I think of it? I'm completely blanking right now. Pre-existing medical conditions. I'm an idiot. Pre-condition. Pre. I'm an idiot. Anyway, like just stuff that you can't control, like stuff that is mandatory. Um, like stuff that's mandatory. Why are you charging people for that? Like if you're born with whatever it is, whatever your pre-existing condition is, you can't help that. Like you can't control that. So why would they charge you for that? I don't understand it. You know. But Erica, you spot on though. Until there's more women running the country, until there's more women running companies, that stuff won't change. Even getting good guys in there, good guys, good males, whatever. That stuff won't change. Angela said, I read a thing saying men should have to get vasectomies, especially since they can be reversed, but men aren't going to have people saying what is done or can be done to their bodies. You're absolutely right. Because the country is ran by men. I just is. Andrew said, being born wasn't a choice. Everything should be free. Kind of. I kind of agree. Erica said, yes, this will never be an issue on the ballot. Oh, look who joined us. Story B. She must not be on vacation no more. She joined this show. She be traveling. Erica said, there's no birth control for men, so ultimately women get the choice. Yeah. I mean, I agree with that. Why is that not a focus, though? Are you telling me that there's no way to prevent men from, they got the one male birth control, but apparently it does some weird stuff to you. So, but even still, that's just now coming along where, women birth control been around since forever. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just never been a focus. It's like like Angel said, like guys in power, oh no, I shouldn't have to do it. They should have to do it. Women should have to do it, or whoever should have to do it. You know what I'm saying? So like anybody but me. You know what I'm saying? And so that change, nothing's going to change as far as that. You guys, you sound like y'all should be voting on y'all one issue should be women issues, women rights as a whole. That's what I did. That's my synopsis of this conversation. But yeah, no, I just don't understand. So what else, Angel? You never said what would be your one issue if you could only have one issue to vote on for this year. Star, Brian, same thing for y'all. Voting this year, which is 6 days away. For the record, early voting is still available. November 3rd, Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday, is election day. So if you haven't voted by now, go do it. Don't forget this weekend is daylight savings time or whatever. So, just random. This is a random information, but yeah, if you only can vote on one issue this year, what would it be?
especially this year. Like 2020 has been so crazy, and like I said, every week or whatever, it's just more and more. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Samantha. Samantha, it's a good question. You probably gonna have to have a drive on you. So Star asked, not on here, but Star asked about voting when you still registered in a different city. You're gonna have to drive. You're gonna have to drive to Toledo and go vote. But you can do it any day. I don't know, whatever county Toledo is in, you can just drive there right to the Board of Elections and, just drop your ballot off or whatever. Start. You had 1,000 years. You had 1,000 years to register. We've been talking about it forever. Everybody been talking about it forever, to register your new address for 1,000 years. And now you're talking about you're not driving to Toledo? Better go vote. Better go do it. Because if Trump get reelected, I'm blaming you and only you personally. Every time I see you, and I see you often. Every time. Ms. Murray said removing Trump will be my main issue. That's not a main issue. That's a lesser of two evils. You gotta pick. You gotta pick something. You gotta pick something. What's the thing that you feel strongest about in this election? Of course, we know you can vote based off of a number of things, but if you only could pick one, what would it be? Star says she's not driving 2 hours to Lucas County. Well, just be prepared to be blamed at every turn. Every chance I get, I'm gonna remind you of your one vote that that could have turned the tide of the election, but you didn't want to drive 2 hours to go vote because you didn't register. Yeah, you've been registered in Toledo. You didn't register in Cuyahoga County. Star, you funny for that. Who waits less than a week for the election to say, "Oh, how do I do this again?" You funny. Well, Star, since you're not voting, what would have been your one issue? You know what I'm saying? Are you big on immigration? Like, are y'all just voting against Trump just because? But some people probably are. I get it. But it has nothing to do with politics at all. Like, just like the personality, the guy, the racism, I guess. Like, but it's not actually about any policies or anything. I'm curious. Cause we talk a lot about, the antics and stuff, but when it comes to actually having a plan for any of this stuff, like, do you guys look at that at all? And it might just be this election. So maybe all the other elections, I'm not calling y'all out or anything, because all the other elections maybe y'all did look into policies and stuff, but this one I know is just so divisive. Erica said, on the issue of justice reform, this lady called out police chief, attorney general, police union, a pastor, a bunch of other people who kept allowing police brutality. I think I seen the one you was talking about. She called out everybody by name, and she was taking shots along the way. It's about one dude had a knockoff men's warehouse suit. You know how cheap men's warehouse is, and then to say that you got a knockoff, that's impressive. That's impressive. But yeah, that's what we need to do, is start calling out these people by names and not calling everybody Karen or Barbecue Becky and all this stuff. Like, start saying these people names, like, start shaming their names, you know what I'm saying? Like, put some shame on their name. Star said both. I don't remember what question I asked you, but something about what's your voting thing. Ms. Murray said, amending the 13th Amendment. That's huge. So that's what I'm talking about. That's a good hard stance or single issue to stand on. And I'm not disagreeing with you. So my single issue was just, in case you missed it from earlier, my single issue was like black progression, kind of what like Ice Cube's plan, which kind of accompanies justice reform and prison reform, like, you know, as far as the 13th Amendment and all of that stuff. But I agree with you. Like that's a good thing to stand on for sure. 100%. Yeah, Erica, we seen the same video. Like she went in, man, and like I said, it's important to call these people out every chance you get. Like, if you had the ability to, if you had a platform, which we all do, we're all on social media. I don't care if you got 5 followers. Like, we all got the ability to call these people out by name, by position, by title, and hold them accountable. And these are our elected officials, beyond just the president, beyond just the mayor or the Congress. Like, everybody. These cops work for us. You know what I'm saying? Without us paying taxes, they don't get paid. Like, those jobs don't exist. Like, everybody take East Cleveland for just an example. Like, they don't get much. They don't have many businesses there that's paying taxes. They don't have many homeowners there that's paying taxes. Therefore, their police force is depleted. Their fire department is depleted. Their public works, so like road hazards, and the people supposed to fix these damn potholes and stuff. It's all depleted. Like, they don't have money because people not paying taxes. Like, that's a perfect example. And then on the other side, you have a city like Solon, where there's not many apartments there. Most people, if you live in Solon, you got to own a home. Homeowners pay taxes. They have good roads out there. They have a pretty good police force. They have a very good school system. Like, all the stuff is in line. You know what I'm saying? It all goes with the people that work for us, including all elected officials. So it's beyond just the president. I call these people out by name. Erica said Ice Cube doesn't know enough about politics. What makes you say that? Why do you say that? Why do you think that? Or what did you say that you don't agree with? I'm curious. Cause I seen him on. So of course I heard him talk about his plan. I seen him on Chris Cuomo on like CNN or whatever a couple of nights ago, like further explaining his plan and stuff. But why do you say that? Why do you say he doesn't know enough about politics? Before I get out of here. Supporting Trump. You saying Ice Cube support Donald Trump? You saying Ice Cube supporting Donald Trump? Who was it anyway? They had a Photoshop of, was it Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube? No, it was Ice Cube and 50 Cent at a basketball game with Photoshop Trump hats on that was like shared over the internet, shared by Donald Trump Jr., but it was, Photoshop. But yeah, Eric, I'm interested. And why you say that? Because I'll say this while hopefully you're typing or whatever. He did clarify that people who felt like he was supporting Trump when he said that he gave or he talked to both parties, the Biden camp, the Trump camp, They both wanted information, more information about the plan, but only the Trump camp wanted to actually meet with him. Like they requested to meet with him, and that's what he went and did. And he said if the Biden camp had also requested a meeting, that he would have went and met with them too. Eric, you're gonna have to send me a video because I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that I don't remember. I didn't see it, and I don't know. If he said it, then he said it. So you might have to send me the video, but I don't remember seeing that or reading it. But I do know he said that he met with the Trump camp because they requested a meeting. If Biden camp would have requested a meeting, he would have went there as well. Erica said, but Erica said, but who was Ice Cube? Like I get it, I get what you're saying, but I mean at the same time, then like who was any of us? Like who am I to host a politics show every week? Like who am I? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just a person with an opinion or a passion for a subject, and like passion takes you a long way. Like of course you got to educate yourself and stuff, but you gotta who is any of us is all I can really say. But I mean, people at the same time, when Steve Harvey, y'all know how I feel about him. When Steve Harvey and Kanye and what was it, Jim Brown, like when all these people before, like once Trump won the presidency, but before he was actually like sworn in, and they was meeting with him and stuff, like people were like, oh, give him a shot, like they supposed to be getting the information, bringing it back to us, and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Ice Cube saying like, I got a plan. So I mean, that's what a single issue voter is. Like you're gonna go with whoever you feel like is going to support your single issue. Now that's the whole point of this episode, is to just point out how powerful one single issue can be for some people, and like you'll go follow that person, whatever. If you feel like your one single issue, such as abortion, such as the environment, such as whatever your one issue is, like you'll go follow them because you think that you're gonna get your issue like checked off. Angel said vote, vote, vote. Next week is going to be interesting. Over 60 million people have voted early, which is has recently surpassed the was it the 2008 election for like early voting. Like 60 million people already voted. Ohio is a state that currently that starts counting ballots like this week, the week leading up to the election. So we can actually start getting some accurate numbers for Ohio at least. There's a couple other states I don't know them, but in Ohio for sure, we start counting ballots before the actual election day. Where you get some states that don't even start until the election day. So they're kind of dumb. Erica said he did an interview with Roland. What happened in the interview with Roland? And I'm gonna get out of here. Erica said Kanye needs to sit his ass down. Yeah, I don't even like. He did an interview with Joe Rogan on like his podcast or whatever, and I didn't watch it, because I don't really watch the Joe Rogan podcast, and Kanye is not a real person to me, so I didn't watch it at all. But I wish he would though. I wish he would just go away, man. They're just annoying everything, everybody. Erica, are you saying that on the Roland interview is where he said that Trump got a plan for black people? You gotta let me know. She said, I wonder what would happen after November 3rd. Nothing should happen after November 3rd besides this show on November 4th. and then I don't know. Then we'll see what happens with the show after that, because I don't know. We could be talking about Trump not leaving, you know, saying being sequestered in the White House. We can be talking about I don't know. It can get hairy after November, after the week after the election day. Erica said yes. All right, so I'm gonna go check it out. I'm gonna check out his interview with Roland. And I'm gonna find out. Erica, don't be misquoting people. Don't be taking stuff out of context. But that's it for me, man. Just giving y'all something to think about, these single issues while, you know, the world burns around us, and, you know, just kind of staying focused on what we can do, you know, the part that we can control, the part that affects us the most, I suppose. I'm just looking at how some people just become single issue because it's the one thing that they can hold, you know, put their hat on. So with that, I'm out of here. You guys stay safe this week. If you haven't voted, which I'm pretty sure everybody in here have, except for Starry B, because she got to drive to Toledo, go vote if you haven't. Early voting all the way up until November 2nd. So then November 3rd, of course, is election day. If you know somebody that's talking about voting but haven't voted yet, encourage them to go do it. If you know anybody with absentee ballots at this point, I would tell them not to mail it. Just go drop it off right into the ballot box that they got them different places, but your board of elections is probably the safest place to go. You know, encourage people to do so who haven't dropped them off already. You know, if you know any people that are waiting until election day, older or otherwise, they don't have a car or need a ride or something, Uber is giving 50% off rides the entire November 3rd. So the entire election day. So people that's, you know, already voted, if you want to take advantage of it and catch a Uber somewhere else, then, you know, you can definitely do that for 50% off. I don't even think you need a special call. I just think on that day, 50% off all Uber rides. So, you know, go do what you got to do, man. Go make it happen. Go get your voice heard, and you know, that way after November 3rd, if the outcome wasn't what you said or what you wanted, you can always just complain about it. But until then, you ain't gonna be able to complain about nothing. So, like I said, y'all be safe out there. If y'all need anything from us, let us know. Looking forward to seeing y'all on Sunday, and at the end, a week from today, after we start counting up some of these votes. So, like I said, y'all take it easy, and I guess that's it. Salute to the city as always, and I'm out.
Excuse me, Leslie, you started with me. Your first statement was, are you ready for tough questions? That's no way to talk. No way to talk.
Leslie, one second. We're this is the first warning. I think we have 5 minutes until we have the vice president step in. Is that about right?
Well, I think we have enough. We have enough of
Yeah, I
that.
think we're ready for the vice president now.
I think we have enough of an interview here. Okay, that's enough. Let's go.